fought in a cage before, so certainly expect some sort of adjustment period as Nurmagomedov gets his first taste of the octagon.
Yeah, all of his fights have been in Russia. He's used to the ring, and it is very different, as we know. Just the strategy of not being able to sprawl fully against the cage, cornering, the angles, completely different.
Belarus with a big left hand, and Nurmagomedov pursues the takedown off of it, now has control of the neck.
Belarus looking to use his wrestling, typically look to throw those haymakers, those bombs, and will stay trading with his opponents, but definitely looking to put Nurmagomedov on his back right away. Very nice counter from Hhabib. Nurmagomedov is another one of these Russian fighters who comes from an excellent Sambo background. When he gets on top of you, he will land some nasty ground and pound. And interesting that Belarus is actually switching his stances repeatedly, going from southpaw now to righty. And you have to watch out for that big right hand from Belarus.
Yeah, you saw an earlier right hand was slipped by Nurmagomedov. We'll see how he handles the stance changes out of Belarus, who's back in the orthodox at present.
You know, Nurmagomedov has to keep this fight in the center of the cage. He's backing up, allowing Belarus to get cage control and get him up against the cage. And this is where that inexperience in the cage could be a factor. He has to keep it in the middle of the cage where he can't be pinned. He can use his striking, use his movement, use his footwork.
Able to check the high kick there from Belarus.
Good pressure from Belarus.
Well, if you want to draw the eye of the UFC brass, as Nurmagomedov certainly did, how about 7-0 in 2011 with 6 first-round finishes? That'll get you a shot in the big show, and here he is as we approach the halfway point here in round number 1 between Belarus and Nurmagomedov, and he comes in with a big left hand that finds its home.
Yeah, you know, he's a very clean and technical striker, but he will throw in some unorthodox techniques and definitely throw a fighter off. And he's looking early with the jab and with that left hook, but he'll come with some awkward attacks trying to throw Belarus off, and that was a big kick that definitely hurt Nurmagomedov on the inside of that left leg. Powerful guy, Belarus.
Big strike from Nurmagomedov. Belarus in a world of trouble right now. We'll see if the Russian can finish.
Caught him on the way in, and look at this brutal ground and pound. Not allowing him to get up, and from here, this is where Nurmagomedov will make you pay.
And Belarus in survival mode here. We'll see how much the Russian has left as he tries to pursue the finish. A couple more accurate strikes could do it.
This is not where Belarus wants to be. He needs to get back to his feet, recompose himself. He has an underhook where he can possibly get a single leg and escape from here. Nurmagomedov needs to get that underhook and try to keep him on his back. Switches to the back position. Nice transition from Hhabib. He's relentless, John. Relentless with his position. He's always looking to advance and puts his pressure with his ground and pound. There he is. Moves into side mount and looking for some more ground and pound.
And you're right, does so with relative ease. Very fluid is the Russian on the ground.
This is where he's most dangerous. Belarus did a great job of getting back to his feet.
And there is no questioning the toughness and the heart of Kamal Belarus. Flipped with another left hand on the way up, but he's sticking his chin right in there, and as you might expect, the Nashvillians loving every minute of it.
Nurmagomedov definitely looked pretty gassed when he got back to his feet. Definitely didn't have that same snap in his punches when he got back to his feet there.
Nice knee to the midsection there, so perhaps the window closed for Nurmagomedov to get that first-round finish. Belarus exerting a tremendous amount of toughness and eats another right hand as Kamal Belarus. And as we get ready for round number 2 here, 1 minute, Kenny, not a lot of time to recover when you've been knocked down the way Shalarus was there in the first.
And for Nurmagomedov, who may have punched himself out there. He looks okay now, but he was definitely gassed at the end of that first round.
And once again comes flailing in with that left hand, absorbs an inside leg kick, nicely done by Shalarus. And you see Shalarus sort of biding his time and waiting for that big right hand.
Very impressed with the counter wrestling of Nurmagomedov, and here he is trying to finish a single of his own and gets it on Shalarus. Very nice wrestling, and again, coming from Dagestan, Russia, you got to think he's got some very high-level wrestling, John.
And at least in the early going, no nerves whatsoever for Nurmagomedov. You'd think a guy who came to the United States shortly after Christmas. They actually opened the Russian embassy on Christmas Day to get him here. He wanted this UFC opportunity in a very bad way and has wanted it for quite some time, despite being just 23 years old and maximizing the opportunity, at least to this point.
Yeah, definitely. He said he wanted to do whatever it took to get into the UFC. This has been his dream, like every fighter, and this kid's coming all the way from Russia to achieve that goal. Trying to move into side mount. Nurmagomedov needs to get an underhook. There he is trying to secure it. Working some very nice ground and pound. And here he is with that double threat. Not only is he trying to advance his position, but he's also working his ground and pound position, keeping Shalarus honest there. And that is the best and most efficient way, most devastating way to advance your position. It's not just his jiu-jitsu, his positioning, and his technique on the grappling, but also it's his ground and pound that's opening that up.
Nurmagomedov trying to move across that right leg, and Mario